Federico, Fred. Elizalde was a Filipino-Spanish classical and jazz pianist, composer, conductor, and bandleader influential in the British dance band era. He was born in Manila, Philippines in December 12, 1907 to a wealthy family who owned several plantations in the Philippines. Education and notable works. At the age of only 7 he entered the Madrid Royal Conservatory, winning the first prize in piano at age 14. He then studied at St. Joseph's College, London and went to study law at Stanford University in the 1920s. His musical interests prevailed and he left the university. He took composition lessons under Ernst Bloch at Stanford. He became the jazz bandleader, leading the Stanford University Band at the Biltmore Hotel in Los Angeles while he studied composition. He recorded albums, and his band the Quinquaginta Band became highly successful and influential on the development of British jazz music in the late 1920s. His success and fame came with controversies, but he was passionate enough to stop his music career, so in 1931 he returned to Manila to accept a position as conductor of the Manila Symphony Orchestra. He also received his parents' permission to devote himself entirely to music. He was still only 23. After that he went to Europe to pursue his career as a conductor and composed new sets of songs. He was also involved with the Spanish Civil War until 1939, fought under Francisco Franco, where he was wounded and lived under confinement in France under the German occupation. He composed more songs at this time. In 1948 he returned once more to Manila, where he again conducted the Manila Symphony Orchestra, founded the Manila Little Symphony Orchestra, and became president of the National Radio Broadcasting Company. He did some conducting in Japan, and led the LSO at the Royal Festival Hall during the Festival of Britain in 1951, but otherwise did little work outside the Philippines through his 1974 retirement. Trivia. Fred Elizade was an excellent sharpshooter and won gold medals as captain of the Philippines shooting team in the 1954 ASIAD. He died January 16, 1979. Felipe Padilla de Leon was an award-winning composer, conductor, and scholar, who Filipinized Western music forms. His creative talent produced sonatas, marches, and concertos had become the full expression of the sentiments and aspirations of the Filipino in times of strife and of peace, making him the epitome of a people's musician. Felipe de Leon was born on 1 May, 1912 in the barrio of Papaya, now General Tinio, in Penaranda, Nueva Ecija. Raised by his mother because his father died when he was only 3 years old. When he was old enough to work he helped his mother doing odd jobs from that of a shoe shine boy, a carabao herder, a rig driver, a seller of vernacular weeklies, and an ice cream and pan de sal vendor. Education. In 1927, he took up fine arts at the University of the Philippines, but he had to stop schooling in order to make a living. He played the trombone in dance orchestras which performed in cabarets, circuses and vaudeville. Then, he worked as an assistant conductor of the Nueva Ecija High School Orchestra where he started doing musical arrangements. Later on, he wrote music for the zarzuela. He decided to study formally and enrolled at the University of the Philippines Conservatory of Music, where he studied under Colonel Antonio Buenaventura and Antonio Molina. In 1939, he graduated with a music teacher's diploma, majoring in conducting. He also studied under Vittorio Giannini of the Juilliard School of Music in New York. Works and awards. Felipe received the Republic Cultural Heritage Award, Rizal Pro Patria Award, Presidential Award of Merit and Patnubay ng Kalinangan Award, among others. He was named Composer of the Year in 1949, Musician of the Year in Manila in 1958, and a National Artists of the Philippines in 1997 and others. These are some of his notable composition. Mariang Makiling Overture, 1939. Roca Encantada, Symphonic Legend, 1950. Manila Overture, 1976. Orchesterstuck, 1981. Choral music like Payapong Daigdig, Ako ay Pilipino, Lupang Tinubuan, Ama Namin. and songs Bulaklak, Alitaptap, and Mutya Nong Lahi. Felipe de Leon died on 5 December, 1992. Eliseo M. Pajaro was a passionate professor, conductor, and talented Filipino composer with compositions characterized by quartal-quintal harmonies, dissonant counterpoint and multiple chords. Many use folk song as thematic material. Education and works. Eliseo Pajaro was born on March 21, 1915 in Badak, in the Philippine province of Ilocos Norte. He attended high school at the Northern Luzon Normal School, while in school played in the Lawag Modernist Band. He also studied at the Conservatory of the University of the Philippines. He supported himself using his talent and conducted operettas in Vigan. In 1939 he was appointed a university teacher of musical forms and choral music at the National Teachers College. In 1951 he earned his master's degree in music from the Eastman School of Music. 2 years later he became a doctor of composition at the same educational institution. After returning to the Philippines he was a professor at the University of the Philippines and taught at the Philippine Women's University and Santa Isabel College. In 1955 he was the founder and first president of the League of Filipino Composers and the Group of Filipino Music Educators. From 1967 to 1968 he was acting director of the University Conservatory. Subsequently he was its dean until 1969. These are some of his compositions. The orchestral piece The Life of Lam Ang, 1951. The opera Binhi Nong by Kalayaan, 1961. The Zarzuela Ang Magsasaka, 1968. And the ballet opera Mir I Nisa, 1969, who composed for the opening of the Cultural Center of the Philippines. Awards. In 1964 he received a prize for the cultural heritage of the Republic for the Concerto No. 1 for violin and orchestra. In 1970 he again received this award for Binhi Nong Kalayaan. He also received a Medal of Merit for the piano for composing the opera Binhi Nong Kalayaan, the first modern Philippine opera. Eliseo Pajaro died in 1984 at the age of 69 in Houston. Subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell button so you never miss our next informative video about Philippine music.